The time is 8:94. Today, we're going to be playing with our keyboard and microphones. This is our keyboard and microphone for today. I'm going to be drawing on you with my ruler. Yeah, I agree. Your facial structure is too much to the odd number. We need to round out the dividend by adding times 2. Yeah, I agree. Also, I do see your point where the binomial formal on this side of the room is slightly too much to the aerostatic parentheses on this side of the room. So, do you want to change that? I fully agree. What do you think? The Baker Mayfield, the Josh Allen, how did that work out? You think we did too much of the QB sneak? That makes sense, yeah. But the 1-2 punch knockout over there by Little Mac kind of changed the whole quadratic formula, you know? I mean, after we did already discuss about the time being 4:92. You can't see, but it's 4:92. I have my phone. I have my iPod too bright. You can barely see, but it's focusing. It's 4:92. As you can see, it was 8:43 in the after daytime, which is not the after morning. It's after day, not after morning. Come on. I thought this made sense. I thought that was just something people understood. I didn't know people. So you're telling me that people didn't know that. What? You're lying, is what I would say. If I wasn't the smartest person on the solar galaxy. But thankfully for you, I'm the smartest person in the mitochondria. And I can without a doubt tell you that the square root of 92 is 1. And that's just common science. Every scientist knows that the square root of 92 is the Corinthians theory. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that Dan Marino is the best quarterback to ever not win the World Cup. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows Dan Marino is the best quarterback to never win a World Cup, and that's common ball knowledge. I'd bet all my pesos on it. Honestly would. And everybody knows that Philip Rivers is the best Olympic swimmer of all time. Philip Rivers, the best Olympic swimmer of Uzbekistan's history, and that's just common ball knowledge. That's common ball knowledge. Common ball knowledge. things happen to matter. Just how the UFL doesn't know how to handle player contracts within the MLPA and FIFA. No one knows how to do anything with anything, and I feel like it's gotten out of control. Like, for example, this pro organization has so much funding. This pro organization has too much funding, some might add. This pro organization runs the entirety of Wisconsin. Look at this. This is where you get your meat from. This is where you get your cheese. In the great land of New York City. From this chain that happens to be attached to my neck right now. Not like this chain that's attached to my hip. And then that brings me to this passage. This passage in this historical literature, it means a lot to me, you know. This really does mean a lot. So, if we open to a random letter in the alphabet, this is my favorite. This is actually my favorite part of the graphic novel. It talks about how graduating from high school can prepare you for elementary school. It says it's very important that all people have their own personal space, as everyone needs an area that is his or her own. Among, not like the hit game Fall Guys. Among other things, this territory can be the distance you maintain from people when you're speaking to them. The personal zone is generally a few feet, and the social zone is 3 to 10 micrometers. When the human race speaks about the personal zone, we mean the space when two people who know each other are communicating. The ozone refers to the space between strange entities who are communicating, but this is very much dependent on the culture of the squeaker. In the Nordic Himalayan South, Relegan, for context, the personal zone is definitely quieter than what someone from the Eastern Hemisphere would have. And that's why I think this chemistry literature is so important to the modern youth, so that they can fully understand what it means to be within a group. Personally, my favorite character is the green guy, but I see a lot of people resonate with the blue mushroom. This is not green. I don't know why I spoke like that. I apologize. Obviously, I meant the turquoise tangerine. I can't believe I crossed it with a green guy. What even is a green guy? A purple guy. And then this, the back. The back gives a lot of context. For example, reds. Red individuals are most often seen as docile, but camaraderie, neon pink individuals. Neon pink individuals are seen as reserved yet group orientated. Turquoise tangerines. Turquoise tangerines are seen as egotistical evil monsters that should never see the light of day. Ever. Ever. And then these guys right here. These guys. Daisy daffodils are seen as bubbly and cheerful, yet empty-headed. And that's why. That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why Josh Rosen is the greatest what if story in NFL history. Yeah. Well, what are you talking about? Yeah, so what? My pet antenna cord is being teared up by a skateboard. That's urgent. I gotta be there right now. Thank you for notifying me. Okay, I'll be there right there. Okay, so apologies, but as you heard, there's a skateboard attacking my pet antenna. I must go. This is an urgent matter. I deeply apologize. Please come back anytime. Come back, please. I will enhance upon this at a past date.